welcome to a special Black Tuesday box episode of
Brutal Battle.
So this is for the 2021, in air quotes, Black Tuesday box, because as we said in part 1 episode of this, there's no physical box this time. They had done it a few years prior, but this time there's no physical box. But there are still 4 variants of Black Tuesday that got very interesting treatments. If you haven't listened to the first episode, go back and listen to that one, because at the end of this episode, after we taste through these 2 in front of us, we're going to do the ranking of all 4 of them. So, and I stupidly got rid of those bottles, so we won't physically have them. So I'll have to refer to the labels on my phone, but we'll make it happen. So these are probably the ones I was going to say most excited for. I don't know about the second one. The first one, yes. Most excited for the first one. The second one, I think it was the one that I was most intrigued by, because there's one particular ingredient that's kind of like, it could be very good / interesting, or it could just be like a weird mess.
Yeah.
But we'll see. All right, so let's start it out. And once again, these are in 375 milliliter bottles. Already opened them up prior to the podcast because there's at least double-coated wax over the top, so don't want to struggle on podcast. So the first one we're doing for this episode is the Scoop Scoop Scoop. Now this is bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout with strawberries, cacao nibs, and Madagascar vanilla beans, and it is 17.8% alcohol. So let me pour just a little bit for Rebecca to start out. We're not going hard on this because high ABV, but we want enough to taste, obviously. All right. Let's go for it.
Okay.
What's it look like?
What's it look like? Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the other 2 from the last episode. It's just super dark. It's Black Tuesday.
Definitely getting the strawberry on the nose.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It's very fruity, yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting the vanilla, too.
Yeah, I get the vanilla. I get a lot of strawberry. Strawberry's very jammy, too,
yeah, I can see that.
It isn't as much like strawberry. It's kind of like a nice, kind of slightly sweet strawberry jam smell, which I like. I like that. I mean,
there's no denying it's strawberry. Like, I mean, it's not like it's just a generic fruit. It's definitely strawberry.
The inspiration for this, I believe, is Neapolitan ice cream, because it's supposed to have, the vanilla as the vanilla ice cream, the cacao nibs as the chocolate, and the strawberries as the strawberry. Yeah. So I believe that was, but we'll know for sure if that was the inspiration.
Like an ice cream sundae. So good.
I get a little bourbon. I get a little bourbon character on there. Definitely a, higher ABV sting in the nostrils.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's hard. I don't mind it, but it's hard to get past the strawberry because the strawberry is so intense.
Yeah.
But I'm not disliking that.
And there is a chocolate there, but it is more of like a dark chocolate, and it's not as prominent as I thought it would be, but the flavor may be very different. But I mean, it smells pretty good, especially with how bright that strawberry is. So.
Oh, it's very tasty. It is. It's just like a dessert.
Ooh.
You get the strawberry,
creamy.
You get the vanilla, you get the chocolate.
Yeah, and it's got a creaminess like you would get from ice cream.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the vanilla beans doing that creaminess in there. That's good.
I like this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. I was excited about it, but
yeah, it's very fruity up front, kind of like the aroma of it. Which is nice. It's not too much strawberry. It's a good dose. And then you're getting that, dark chocolate and then also the vanilla bean in there as well. You do perceive that it's a bit higher ABV, but, at 17.8, I wouldn't guess that, obviously. That's usually the case with their beers. But
exactly. It's definitely boozy, but I wouldn't guess as high as it is.
It's so creamy and soft, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's very tasty.
I like it.
It's very tasty. That creaminess just keeps getting me, though. How is it that creamy? I would think that in order to get creamy like this, you'd have to have, lactose / milk sugar added to it, but they didn't. Yeah, it's bourbon. Not really tasting a whole lot of the bourbon. I think I was smelling more of it in the aroma than I was tasting it. Really, bourbon is just kind of imparting more of, a higher ABV perception on it for me.
Yeah, the more I sip it, the more I perceive that alcohol.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, I'm going to read the back of the bottle. I think this is... Oh, it's okay. Black Tuesday is a perfect canvas for creativity in liquid form. Scoop, Scoop, Scoop was inspired by classic Neapolitan ice cream, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, swirled together in perfect harmony. Why pick just one flavor when you can have a triple scoop trip down memory lane? This decadent imperial stout was aged in bourbon barrels and then treated with rich cacao nibs, fresh strawberries, and Madagascar vanilla beans for a tasty treat, but Black Tuesday style.
It's good.
Yeah, I like it.
It's very good. I'm definitely down with it. I'm a fan.
I need to get the strawberry out of my glass, definitely, for this next beer.
Well, the one ingredient in the second beer may blow everything else out in your glass, to be honest.
Okay. You ready, listeners?
Yeah, this is the weird one.
Okay, this one's called Love Me Tender. It is a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout with peanuts, bananas, and natural bacon flavor.
So, based off the flavor profile and the name of it, can anyone figure out the inspiration here?
And it is 17.6%.
Yeah. All right, so if this doesn't taste like an Elvis sandwich, then, fail.
I wonder where exactly that came from. Like how...
Elvis?
Yeah, did he come up with that?
I think so.
Did he ask for it at a restaurant or something? I don't know the story behind it.
I don't know. I think it was reported that that's what he liked eating. I don't know if it was a public thing or not, but...
I know that these flavors are like Elvis, but I don't know how it became to be. Okay, it's another
looks
dark.
The same, obviously.
It's a very light nose.
It is. I'm kind of surprised by that. I kind of thought the bacon would kind of blow you out, but...
I'm getting... Is there vanilla in it? I'm getting vanilla. Maybe that's just from the bourbon.
Yeah, I get a vanilla as well. I get kind of a very low level, greasy baconiness. It's like this oily kind of smell. You know what I mean? Like a grease oil smell. I get that, but it's very low level. It's very, very low level. So it's not really messing with the nose in a bad way.
I think I'm getting the banana, but it's so low level, it's really easy to miss.
Yeah. I feel the same way, very, very, very slightly with the banana. You really have to concentrate to get that.
I'm only picking it up because I know it's there, so I can search for it.
Right, yeah.
My nose can search through this little Rolodex of flavors.
I get a lot of chocolate.
Right,
I get a lot of dark chocolate,
It's chocolate and vanilla with a little bit of banana and a little bit of, I guess, that grease that you're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like we're definitely going to need the flavor to be a lot different if they hit the mark on what they were going for.
Are you getting any peanut?
Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe very, very, very slightly, kind of like the banana. But yeah, I want to taste that a lot more.
I'm not really tasting much of anything.
I taste chocolate.
Yeah.
It's very much like the nose. I taste a lot of chocolate.
I'm not getting the banana, the peanuts, or the bacon.
It's relatively sweet, too. It's relatively sweet without having a lot of complexity to it, which I'm not huge on. I very, 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 very slightly get banana in the flavor. I definitely get some vanilla, once again. That could be partially the influence from the bourbon. It's mainly dark chocolate.
It's creamy. That could be
it is creamy.
Peanuts or bacon, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what natural bacon flavor would do to a beer.
I get something on the end that I'm assuming is the bacon because it's not something that I am used to tasting in beer, but it's not very describable. It's not discernible. It's not very describable. It's just kind of there's something else there.
Right.
Is kind of what it is. The banana is really low level. Where's the peanut? Period. I don't get that anywhere.
It's hard to evaluate or rank this beer just because I don't dislike it, but they missed the mark.
It's honestly too sweet though.
It is a little sweet.
You need other flavors coming in to kind of downplay the sweetness, like the scoop, scoop, scoop. Mm-hmm. That is also sweet, but when you have all these other flavors playing around on your palate, it doesn't seem as sweet.
Yeah.
You have other things to like focus on. With this, it's just like chocolate, vanilla, sweet.
Yeah.
I think they really missed the mark on this one, unfortunately. Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to rank these.
Oh, not for me. For me, it's really easy. All right, you set yours up. I know what mine's going to be. And I'll get ready the labels for the other two. So is there 2 in there? Is that space for 2? Is that what you're saying? Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Looks like you're having problems.
I'm struggling.
Okay, so my number 4, the worst of them, in my opinion, and it's still not bad, it's just, is the Love Me Tender. Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with peanuts, bananas, and natural bacon flavor. I just think, do we read the back of that?
Oh,
I
no.
don't think so. I just think they missed the mark. You read the back of that and then
Okay.
I'll continue.
Black Tuesday is a perfect canvas for creativity in liquid form. Love Me Tender was inspired by the iconic sandwich order of the king of rock and roll himself, the Elvis sandwich, topped with peanut butter, banana, and bacon. This indulgent imperial stout was aged in bourbon barrels and then treated with peanuts, banana, and natural bacon flavors for a tasty treat, Black Tuesday style.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my number 4, and it's because I think they missed the mark. I'm not getting the peanut. I'm barely getting the banana. I'm not really getting the bacon. So it's like your concept just didn't pan out. Mm-hmm. So that's why that's my number 4. My number 3, I didn't like it so much taste-wise, but I think conceptually they hit what they were going for, and that was the 24 Karat Tuesday. Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with carrots, walnuts, milk sugar, raisins, and spices. My number 2 is going to be the Connor's Cobbler, which was quite tasty, and I think they also hit the mark on, except I didn't understand why they didn't have, like, a crust element to it.
Right, if it was
if you're
a cobbler.
calling it cobbler, like some cinnamon or something. But once again, it was really good. Connor's Cobbler was the Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with raspberries and Madagascar vanilla beans, and I think that was the highest ABV of them all, by the way. And then my number 1 is going to be the Scoop, 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 obviously, which is the Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with strawberries, cacao nibs, and Madagascar vanilla beans, which, gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised because I don't like Neapolitan ice cream, and it does taste like it. I guess it's just Neapolitan flavor is much better in beer than ice cream for me, personally. That's my guess.
So mine's a little different. The top 2 are the same. The bottom 2 are the same, but in different order. So my number 4 is going to be the 24 Karat.
Okay. 24 Karat too. Why? Why is that below it?
I am doing this just purely on what I want to drink again.
And the spices were too much?
We didn't drink. I mean, the spices were too much. We didn't even drink it.
We also said that we didn't get the walnuts either. That is true,
It was undrinkable. I mean, in our opinion, we just didn't like it. This, I feel like I could... So my number 3 is a Love Me Tender. And yeah, they missed the mark, but I still think it's better flavors.
Okay. I can see that.
My number 2 is the Scoop, Scoop, Scoop.
Oh, okay.
And then my number 1 is Connor's Cobbler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was really close between the Scoop, Scoop, Scoop and Connor's Cobbler.
Yeah, they're both really good.
Yeah, they were both excellent ones. So, yeah. I mean, this kind of went the way I thought it would go. Based off the descriptions of them, I thought the Scoop, Scoop, Scoop and Connor's Cobbler would probably be the best of them. And I thought that the Love Me Tender and the 24 Karat Tuesday would be the bottom, because those bottom ones seemed like they were even like more experimental. Like these flavors for the Scoop, Scoop, Scoop and Connor's Cobbler, they've been played with a lot before. The flavors for the other ones, not as much. Mm-hmm. So going more out on a limb on the other 2, but, innovation. It's cool
always fun to
that.
try new things.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you never know what's going to work, and what works for one person, doesn't work for someone else, and vice versa.
Well, I'm hoping they keep this going.
Yeah, it's always fun.
I mean, even if we don't like them, even if we are like, oh, I don't really like that, that's a drain pour, it's worth just trying, in my opinion. They are a little bit expensive, but it does help that they're smaller format. But, just the adventure of it, and for the podcast, obviously, it's fun. But this has been a good time, and we'll have plenty more brewery beers on episodes coming up. So let's go ahead and plug stuff. Let's start with the social stuff first.
Okay. Instagram, you can follow us at Brutal Battle Podcast.
We're also on Untapped. I'm Carlton Malibu, spelled as it sounds, just all one word, or Carlin Cook, Carlin C.
And I'm Rebecca C.
And you can email us, brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com, if you want to say hi or you have ideas for beers you want us to try or something like that. We have gotten a recommendation from listener Dan Flynn via Instagram.
Yeah, you can send us a message on Instagram, too.
So I think we're going to work on trying to implement that idea into an episode. I'm not going to say what it is at the moment.
Yeah, we won't tease
Let it be a surprise. Let it be between us and Dan at the moment. But if you want to do the same thing, best thing to do, you can hit us through Instagram, but you can also email. Also, if you want back episodes, brutalbattle.com, or you can go to archive.org and they have all the back episodes. You can just, in the search function, do Brutal Battle and it's there. And the big thing, rate us and review us. iTunes helps the most, so that would be great. And word of mouth. It is a big deal when you tell someone about the podcast and they give it a shot. It's not for everyone necessarily, but people don't know unless they listen. Just give it a shot. But anyway, thanks everyone for taking your time to listen to this. We do appreciate that. And until next time,
keep it brutal.